Yo, hey, what's up guys? In today's video on the test server, we take out BROGNI to do a HYDRA run with TITUS. Unfortunately, I cannot enter Chimera right now, or else we will tackle Chimera too, so there will be a dedicated video about Chimera, how to set up BROGNI and all that. And yeah, let's check out the stats quickly. This time I went a little bit more reliable. Still not the easiest one, still some good stats, but I have to tell you, you need better stats to do better in there. Like, even if you have a little bit worse, it will happen for you, but just not in the same way that you see right now, just a little bit less. So, for example, I don't have like relics, something crazy in here. Let me show you quickly the TITUS, because he is super important. And I also nerfed him really down from the other videos that you saw. If you want to see how crazy he can go and all that, just check out the other videos. I did like insane damage with him. It's kind of crazy. And yeah, for the relic we have the crown. Sometimes he does provoke, so gets a little bit more, but yeah, it's an epic one, so I thought it's good. Merciless and what's it, seal. We have 350 crit damage. It is something that you can achieve when you have like the soul and everything. For the soul, especially this time, I went on cruelty, no crushing rend or something. This cruelty doesn't really do too much for me right now, but that's what I wanted to show. When you don't have like the crazy stuff, I probably would at this moment in time, if I had the 5-star or something, I probably would go Nature's Wrath, wait for a couple times of provoke that it landed, and then, well, yeah, if I have the 5-star and a 6-star crushing rend, of course. But yeah, like always, it would be amazing if you press that like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, to let the algorithm know that I actually exist. So let's go in here. Out of convenience, because we need to talk about strats and all that, but out of convenience I go in brutal right now, because I need to go with some more stats on TITUS, and it takes a lot of time without like the optimizer to get all these things together, so I went just brutal. But the concept is the same, Hydra Knight. There's not really crazy difference. Just for me the difference is that I get my buffs stolen a little bit more on Nightmare, and I don't want to have that for a video. So let's jump into it, and I'm kind of gonna explain. There are some things that you still need in here. For example, what I highly recommend is Perfect Veil. You can get that by having 3 buff extenders, then your BROGNI, TITUS, and something else that you want to have, and just kill the blue head. Wait, let me put on auto. And then you get a Perfect Veil randomly on your champions, and then you can get kind of buff extension going on, and you will never lose that, because you have enough buff extensions 3 times. I have 2 times buff extenders in here, but they are way faster than TITUS, so they overlap him. And I can get my Perfect Veil out of the Tura, because I'm more of a fan, especially for a showcase right now, that I do a more consistent run where I can just talk right now, and you know, not too crazy stuff going on, but that is a way. You can kill the blue head, get your Perfect Veils, and have 3 buff extenders, 2 buff extenders that are way faster than your TITUS, plus some source of Perfect Veil. Like, 2 buff extenders was a little bit more cool for me, because from my Tatura I get, for example, a increased defense. That helps my TITUS. So let's talk about the things that you really have to do. TITUS needs resistance. There is a really high chance, because he is most of the time the slowest for you. Even if you have 3 buff extenders, you want him slower than the others, that you actually raise up his buff durations, like that you have 8 or 9 like on the buff standing, and then you can get 9 turns out of it, because having just a flat out 3 on your buffs, for example, you take 3 turns, you extend by 3 times, and then you have a 3 all the time. If something interrupts your team, like the Mischief is gonna steal your turn meter or something, and then this particular champion doesn't take his turn, doesn't buff extension, and then you get to a point where you might override your shield. When you have like 1 buff duration on something, then you cast another buff that has two durations on it, it will actually override your old one. So, and that's kind of why I do what I do right now, have those 2 buff extenders way faster, even if you have 3 than your TITUS, so you raise up your buffs actually. And there's a high chance that your TITUS will get... Wait, is he already... What happened? Wait, let me restart that one. I think I got my buff stolen already. Kind of, I didn't take care too much about it. But yeah, hopefully this run is not gonna fail all the time. It should be totally stable, no problem. But where were I? yeah, the things that can go wrong is you don't have enough resistance. You have mostly a lot of buffs all the time. The others don't really. Sometimes maybe they get the buffs. Like your TITUS will be attacked from the Mischief Head at some point. Minimum. You can have resistance right there. You just resisted it and it's okay, but you kind of don't want that to happen. For example, you could go for a Krisk, another Mischief tank that does it a little bit better, because Krisk does these continuous heals on him and he's the only one and will stack up to 10. For example, that is one way, but I don't want to go that way right now because I don't want to put a Krisk and all of that in here. So I went for 2 buff extenders, resistance on TITUS. What can go also wrong? What is super important? First of all, you need another character that has more crit damage than your TITUS. Why is that so? Because then he will get eaten and loses his buffs. Maybe you think that's not so important when I put an Odin in there or something and then I just spread it back or something. But keep in mind, you can spread the normal shield, what you cast from a skill, and also you cannot spread the shield of the gear presets, like with the gear that you put on your champions. And that's why you actually... The run is actually not working too well. What the hell is going on? Yes. I think he's stacking right now. Usually it takes a little bit less chances when I actually do something. But yeah, resistance, you can get eaten. That is a huge problem. Like, you can get your buff stolen, you can get eaten. What else can go really wrong in here? What is super annoying? It's not wrong, but it's super annoying. The Provoke Head. TITUS will attack the Provoke Head, even if he respawns and has his buffs up. So you kind of lose a lot of damage, because you won't do any damage, you won't kill any other heads. What is also super important here is consistent hex. I have Lydia right now in a hex set and something else, and I have Mad Hatter in here that places the hex. And that is super important, because every time you hit a head, you will kill another head by passive damage basically. And that will just give you another target that you can just attack all the time, and you should be fine. And like you saw right there, like we hit him and the other one dies. So it is not too crazy. BROGNI, to be honest, is a nice champion in here. He stacks up your shield really fast, he has a lot of targets, he gets damage bonuses by the extra multiplier what you get on all those things, and when a head is down, so he stacks up your shield really good. But he's kind of bad for the team that you need around him. It is a good team, don't worry, but Wixwell by itself can do so much more. He's a buff extender by himself, he is a mischief target by himself, he is... Yeah, I think that's kind of it. The provoke doesn't matter too much. In other teams it does, but he just does so many more things than... Right there, we got 35 million damage, that is really nice. And your damage will not go too crazy with all the other nasty things. Magma shield, 470 crit damage, and 19,000 defense and all that. But you can see right here, it is a nice run. Right now, let me just quickly do something. Let me see if TITUS has his skill ready, because that's what I don't like. It's a nice change that they did the provoke thing, but actually for TITUS it's not that great. Yeah, it is how it is. So he cleansed, that shouldn't be a problem. Poison Cloud also is not really a problem if you stacked up your shield already. TITUS can just punch through it. So no problem, kind of. It's not so necessary to have block buffs. And yeah, he doesn't have a skill, but he will attack this head, and this kind of not so good, like this head right there. That's not so good. Let me quickly... let me press on. Is he gonna take a turn before my TITUS? I think he takes a turn before my TITUS. I wanna see the bigger damage. I'm sorry, but I need to quickly manual because I wanna see the bigger damage. Bigger numbers make me more happy. And that's the truth. So, come on, can we get TITUS in front of all those of the respawn? Yes, woo! Let's go! 35 million right now is actually not that great. We have that shield right here. I think we have not grown it enough right now or something. Usually it's a little bit more. I seen like 50 million to 70 million hits right now without all the extra bonuses that we can get on them, like gemstones and the right relic. Like even the cat's gaze is just so much better right now if I just put it on him. But I wanted to go like normal stats, more more like reachable, you know, and that's kind of what you get right now. Usually what I saw was when I had 25 turns, for example, I was around 250 million damage. And you know what? That's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna do some quick battles. The quick battles won't be too great. Like on auto, keep in mind the left head is super annoying. Every time he spawns, then TITUS will attack him. And yeah, like you lose so much damage, so much control over the fight. So manual is definitely the way to go. But let's do some quick battles. Keep in mind also, he can get eaten, it's just randomly. Then we kind of stack up our shield again, but it won't be that, like maybe we go to 1500 again, but we didn't have any shields and stuff. So yeah, but let's just do it, why not? Yeah, I go brutal mode right now. Guys, I just don't have the resistance for Nightmare to be really stable. Come on, okay, forgive me. Yeah, okay, for one time, don't burst me in the comments, okay? Ah, that's actually not, what the? That ain't good. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, like, what? What's going on? What is going on? Like, I did a run, like, I let it run for like 35 minutes or something, and it was 1.4 billion or something. Is something wrong in the preset? Is there something wrong? Or do I just not get the luck, you know? I should be everything fine. Is available. Okay, let's do it one more time. Come on. Right? Yeah, okay, this looks better. I saw better numbers when I just watched it. I was like, what the heck? What's going on? One more time? I know, guys, but I need to, what's going on? 600 now. Way less than ever I saw. Like, come on, last time, right? Right? This time is a good run. Right? Come on. Oh. Something is going on right there. I have no idea what's going on, but trust me, guys. I did a run just 35 minutes and was like 1.4 billion or something. And 2 billion is totally in the realm of some sort of a team that you can get with BROGNI. 2 or 3 buff extenders, which way you ever want to go about the perfect veil. And then just let it go, or maybe just maybe do a manual kind of auto. You do an auto run, but you kind of take a look who's gonna attack who and stuff, you know, click the right head and stuff, because it's kind of annoying. But hey, sorry about that, kind of, because that ain't, like, what the hell? Oh wait, I haven't pressed the right button, so I kind of need to. I'm gonna show you also the other champions, of course, because they're important. So I used Mikage, like, it's really what the hell happened? It's a really worst showcase. Like, wow, look at that damage, 700 million on brutal. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, we put some Merciless on her to make the run a little bit more stable. If something interacts with you, you get the wrong champion eaten, you get something going on. So it's growing your shield even better. Who else was in there? Mad Hatter, like the relics and stuff, they don't matter too much on them. I have a shield set, it is on him actually. I have a Merciless set to get the same effect as on Mikage. Let's say, wait, I haven't shown you the speeds and stuff. So, sorry for that, but here quickly the speeds about Mikage. Alright. Mad Hatter. Be important, right? So, he's such a worst showcase, guys. Like, I don't know what happened. I did way better runs before. And yeah, 9-piece protection on him. That's, wait, HYDRA. Alright. Who else was in the team? I think I showed you Lydia. Is right? Yep, BROGNI and TITUS was on the beginning. And Lydia, of course. I have her in a hex set and also a feral set right now, just to get on the stats and stuff. Like, yeah, nothing too special. But hey, kind of forgive me for the damage outcome, but I don't know what happened. Maybe I was really unlucky that my buffs all the time got stolen, or he got eaten, then came back, didn't have the shield anymore, something like this. But please trust me, 2 billion with this is totally in the realm what you can do, especially if you take a little bit control. I was watching in just on auto, didn't take any control, was on 1.4 after 35 minutes. The thingy, the warning wasn't even there yet, so it was all cool. And then I restarted the run because I wanted to show you, but god damn, quick battles are so trash. But yeah, that will be the end. Press that like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.